I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kelly. We are back with another video. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on this channel. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. If you're into things like true crime, politics, news, and culture topics, we get into all of it. So go ahead and smash, hit that subscribe button. Whatever they say, destroy that shit. Just do it if you want. If not, hang around. Just, get into it with us. That's all I ask. And if you're not new here, then guys, namaste to you all. I love you. Thank you so much for coming back. And let's just go right into it, guys. We're going to talk about a few topics today, but the main things are, the train derailments that have been an ongoing problem in this country. What is happening, guys, with the trains? It's getting kooky, if you ask me. I mean, just who's in charge here? Is there anybody, in the conductor seat? That's what I would like to know. And then we're also going to talk about Biden's many failures. We're just going to talk about some more of them. Okay, we're going to add to the list. And then, Donald Trump visited the site of Palestine, Ohio. Did he save the day or not? I'll let you be the judge. I'm sure you guys probably know what I think, but hey, we'll get into it, guys. I want a dialogue here. So the first article that we're going to start off with, well, actually, this is not really an article. I just wanted to show you guys this because CNN, or I think it was Rolling Stone, some bullshit publication that I tried to pull an article from, and they wanted me to subscribe to read their stuff, and I'm like, no thank you. So it's as good as anything else that you're going to find on Rolling Stone. This is from Twitter, and this is a picture while while Donald Trump was also visiting the train derailment site in Palestine. He took the time to visit another very important establishment. And what is that, you might ask? Well, it's McDonald's, okay? And this is from Lefty Crypto. It says, "My president." I don't know if you're still allowed to say, can I still even say that? Donald Trump is my president? I don't know. And Donald Trump has not been doing so hot as of recent. We all know this, or if you don't know this, this is just my opinion. I don't think that Donald Trump has been doing a great job at his new campaign, and just in general, regaining some steam that he lost with the whole, 2020 debacle, with the whole, you guys know, I can't talk, I have been, re-educated on this topic, so I won't speak on it here, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So here he is, guys, back in his stomping grounds. We are back. Donald Trump is back in McDonald's, visiting the people, passing out the MAGA hats. We love to see it. So I just wanted to share this picture with you guys. I thought it was very beautiful and touching. This lady right here, she doesn't look too pleased. Greta, I don't know what your problem is. Are you on a double, ma'am, without a break shift? Because you could paint a smile on, okay? I get that, Palestine's going through it right now. But, y'all could, I don't know what's going on here, ma'am. And then what is this, y'all didn't fill up the pastry tray here before DJT came? Okay, obviously aesthetics are not the main focus of the Palestine McDonald's. That's okay. We still love you guys. We'll still come through for a Big Mac or a quarter pounder, whatever you're into. So let's get into now this from ABC News, and let's hear Donald Trump's remarks upon arriving at East Palestine for his visit to the train derailment site. Okay, let's start it over from the beginning, and here we go.
We're here today in East Palestine.
Oh, Palestine, sorry.
Support for our fellow Americans in this hour of need, and that's what it is. It's an hour of a need, but they've done some incredible work in a very short period of time. And
It's the most beautiful hour of need we've ever seen.
they're getting a lot of credit for it. They have to be getting credit. We tell you that to the people of East Palestine and to the
Is he turning into Kamala Harris? Look at JD Vance with all the repeating. I mean, I get like Donald Trump made this famous, but like, okay, thank you.
nearby communities in Ohio and Pennsylvania. We have told you loud and clear, you are not forgotten. You
No.
are not forgotten. We
Definitely
stand
not.
with you, we pray for you, and we will stay with you in your fight to help answer, and the accountability that you deserve. We'll have that accountability. It'll all be out there very clear.
It'll be the most beautiful accountability you've ever seen, people.
Norfolk Southern needs to
Nobody does accountability like Donald Trump, okay?
fulfill its responsibilities and obligations. And I see that they're starting to come here now too, because they also were saying they're not coming. But it means that the affected communities beyond the borders of East Palestine are going to be taken care of. And they've said so, and they've said it loud and clear, and I think they probably mean it. I sincerely hope.
I love the people of East Palestine or Palestine, whatever. I guess they're saying Palestine because there's a whole thing, you know, with Palestine. Is it a place like Israel? There's a, you know, there's a thing. There's a slight thing out there. But either way, I love the people of this place. Like, look at the, you know, and I'm not being mean. I'm really not. These are my kind of people, like down home, regular folk. Look at this guy's like Randy Macho Man Savage, like mustache that goes from like his under lip to his like his. I love this type of shit. Look at Meemaw right here. This is beautiful. This is America. Okay, it's beautiful.
We hope that when your
Look at Meemaw.
representatives and all of the politicians get
That's
here,
what I wanna call her.
including Biden, they get back from touring Ukraine, that he's got some money left over. They don't come back and give you the treatment that you need. We will be back. The Biden administration should ensure that every family has the.
Why is he reading from a script? That's okay. Why are we reading from a script? We do want unscripted Trump back, okay? Can I just say that? Can I be the first one to say that? Please get the script away from him. Or if not, like get him on a teleprompter. I don't know what you got to do, but he's best in his element. And I don't know, this was just like short notice, but we like what you're doing, Trump. We like the McDonald's visit. And I say we, I mean me. I'm speaking for myself, obviously, here. But I'm just saying, why are you reading from a script? I don't like it.
Option of moving and homes and everything else until this thing is straightened out.
Okay,
We'll bring in a lot of
beautiful,
water,
beautiful,
thousands of
beautiful.
bottles, and
So
we
we're
have
going
it
to
in
stop
trucks,
him
so we
right
brought some
there.
of my-
Thank you, my good, very good sir. What do y'all think, guys? This is pretty sad state of affairs. First of all, the fact that Joe Biden is busy off in Ukraine, and we're going to get into that subject very shortly here. Joe Biden, the duly elected 81 million, guys, 81 million votes, is off in Ukraine. While people in East Palestine or Steen or whatever the fudge you want to call it, okay, are literally dying, okay, slow deaths from the toxic chemicals that have been polluted into their waterways and their airways. And we have, you know, what some might call former President Donald Trump. I would not call him that. You know, despite my re-education, I still have my feelings, okay? So I'm just saying, we have what some might say former President Donald Trump or President Trump, whatever you want to say, going out here to speak to people and show support, provide goods and services like he has brought with him, you know. And people were trying to twist shit, trying to say that, like, oh, he's trying to sell bottled water because he brought Trump water. You know what? I'm so tired of the fake news and the mainstream media trying to twist shit like this, which is a good he didn't have to do this. He did not have to do. Yes, he's running for president again. I get it. So yes, it's a good look for him as well. It does good for him. But him running for president, period, in the first go round, didn't have to happen. He did it because he cares for the country, and I truly do believe that. Yes, I do believe there was some power, desire there, you know, desire for that title, but at the end of the day, I do believe him to be, at this moment, still fighting for the country. You know, the regular people, you and I. He's got his ulterior motives. He's got people in his ear. He's got people who are on his side, who are like snakes in the grass, who are still sabotaging him. But put all of that to the side. If you got to Donald Trump, the man, I feel like he is more with us than he is with them. And I want to know you guys' thoughts. I really do. I really, really do. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I'm going to move on to the next article here. This is like a very, not like a valid news source, but hey, who needs those anyways? This is from offgridsurvival.com. The fourth train derailment. Is it terrorism? Hazardous material train derails outside of Detroit. And have you guys heard about this? I did make a short on this on my channel. Just like something, because I heard about this, whenever it happened, and I was just like, this is a fucking joke, honestly. And since this has happened, there's been another one in Nebraska, which was apparently only carrying coal, but still, I mean, that would make the fifth, and people are starting to pay a lot more attention to this because of what happened in Ohio, in East Palestine, or Palestine, So yes, not everyone that's been in the news has been obviously an ecological disaster like the one in Ohio was, but it's still pretty bad. So let's look at this one, guys. This was outside of Detroit. Have y'all heard about this? And this was actually carrying hazardous materials, unlike the one in Nebraska. I don't think there's been a full-on disaster, but why did this one only, it looks like there was only like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 cars that were backed up or that were derailed, I guess you could say. And then all the rest of them were like, pulled over to the side. Obviously, they're considered to be derailed, but they didn't all pile up on each other like the one we saw in Ohio. Why is that? What happened? And I want to play this little video for you guys because a lot of people are questioning what is the real truth, and that is why Donald Trump actually went out there to kind of shed some more light onto this situation, I believe, in East Palestine, Ohio, and the EPA is coming out and saying, yeah, the water's okay, the air's okay, we can do air testing for you guys at your house, like, they're just very nonchalant about this. But just like I said, like we discussed in, I think it was my last video or one of my last videos, remember the EPA and the reputation that they built for themselves after they said the air was okay in downtown New York City after 9/11. Just always remember that, guys, please. Okay? That's all I ask. So let's look at this from JD Vance.
Hey guys, so I'm here at Leslie Run, and there are dead worms and dead fish all throughout this water. Something I just discovered is that if you scrape the creek bed, it's like chemical is coming out of the ground. Can you come here? And let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this on camera, but watch this.
Oh, you can see it.
That chemical pop out of the creek. This is disgusting.
Absolutely.
And the fact that we have not cleaned up the train crash, the fact that these chemicals are still seeping in the ground is an insult to the people who live in East Palestine. Do not forget these people. We've got to keep applying pressure. That's how we're going to fix this problem. Thank you.
This is absolutely disgusting. Truly. The fact that we are sending billions of dollars to Ukraine instead of helping these people in Ohio. And y'all saw them, okay? These are my people. These are the people. These are the people of this country, the hardworking Americans, okay? Y'all saw them. This is like the biggest disgusting display of like government misuse of funds and just fucking utter disgrace that I have ever seen. I don't even have words for it. Truly. The fact that Joe Biden has his ass over in Ukraine, and I'm getting mad. I'm gonna try to keep it together, y'all. The fact that Joe Biden has his ass over in Ukraine while Ohioans, or whatever, I don't even know what y'all call yourselves, but y'all know who y'all are out there in Ohio and East Palestine, or Palestine. Y'all know who y'all are. And the fact that Joe Biden has not out there helping y'all is fuck you, Joe Biden. That's what I have to say. That's what I literally, when I have no words, I say fuck you, Joe Biden, okay? Because it's really disgusting. So, guys, let's move on. It's the first day of Lent, and I really should not even be cursing like this, and I'm so sorry to Jesus. I really am. Like, oh my God, y'all, I gave up candy for Lent, so I'm going through it right now. Sugar withdrawals. Sugar is another thing, okay? The FDA, sugar, you know, it's like a drug, worse than crack, okay? Look into it. So, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg still refusing to talk about train derailment, explosion, and toxic ecological disaster in East Palestine, Ohio, but found time to say too many white people work construction. Let's watch this video and see if this won't get me enraged.
To work with your contractors, to work with your community colleges on building a workforce that reflects the community. We have heard way too many stories from generations past of infrastructure where you got a neighborhood, often a neighborhood of color, that finally sees the project come to them, but everyone in the hard hats on that project looking like, doing the good paying jobs, don't look like they came from anywhere near the neighborhood.
Is that right?
You can build community wealth that will help close wealth gaps in this country if we can tear down those barriers. But that happens at the delivery level.
Is that fucking right, Pete? Tell me more, or please don't, actually, because I might just go off myself. So, okay. Let's let Tucker Carlson handle him. Tucker on Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg, the Department of Transportation, decided to weigh in, quote, "Our federal partners at EPA are on site and monitoring indoor and outdoor air quality." Oh, air quality. What about water? Oh, water. What does that have to do with climate change? Well, it's the one thing you can't do without. After about 2.5 days, you die. But they're not even checking the water. They're only checking the air a week after people were let back into their homes. And according to Mayor Pete, the EPA hasn't even screened 200 homes in close proximity to the burn.
Wow.
The burn that wasn't organic or accidental. It was authorities burning it.
Wow.
So they just don't care, actually.
Fucking gross.
Could that be clearer? While residents in East Palestine were inhaling toxic fumes, Mayor Pete was joking about the Chinese spy balloon his boss allowed to fly across the country. He's a funny guy. Watch this.
I mean, if you look at what the American transportation systems have faced in the last 2 or 3 years, partly because of the pandemic, we've faced issues from container shipping to airline cancellations. Now we got balloons.
That's right.
That's right. Who the fuck are you?
So you're completely incompetent. Completely incompetent. There's never...
You know what? Pete can go and butt fuck his partner while their stolen baby lays in the next room crying for his mommy. I'm sorry. That was really mean. On the first... Oh my God. Y'all, I'm going to have to pray so much tonight. Anyways, that was mean. I didn't mean... I told you I was going to get enraged over this. But what do y'all think, guys? I would love to know. I'm going to cut this off because I'm getting out of hand right now. I would love to know your thoughts about this. Okay, down in the comments below, because my thoughts are obviously not made for TV. Okay, so let me go on to the next article here. Okay, this is the Nebraska train derailment. Okay, so in case y'all were wondering, this isn't Nebraska's first train derailment. No. This marks their 4th incident since 2022. So, y'all remember when we had that bill that was passed? I think this was like I don't know who brought this point up to me. It was another podcast. I don't know. I don't know who to give credit to, but do y'all remember when we passed that bill for what was it called? Infrastructure. The infrastructure bill. Do y'all remember that? All those trillions of dollars that we passed to improve America's infrastructure? Oh, I'm sorry. What happened to that? What happened to all that money? Where is it? Why is this happening right now? After passing that bill, I get that bills take time to actually be implemented and for the funds to get allocated, but why now is all of these strange events happening? one after the other after the other. Fourth derailment in Nebraska since 2022. What is the issue? Why has it not been fixed? Why has it not even been, part of the like mainstream news narrative? Seems like a pretty big deal, but not to this administration, not to mainstream media news. No. They would rather actually look the other way and report on, all the good we're doing in Ukraine while we piss money away. I'm sorry, I'm getting very annoyed. While we piss money away over there in that country instead of helping our own. Great to know. So let's get into Ukraine, guys. I first want to start with a little juxtaposition. I'm sorry, that word's so weird. Juxtaposition here, okay? It's like a lot for me to say that with my southern tongue. So I want to show you all this video. This has nothing to do with Ukraine, but this has to do with Donald Trump giving a pretty great answer to a question about anti-Semitism. And I don't know why the right or anybody really is so worried about anti-Semitism when we are on the brink of possible World War III and nuclear war with maybe Russia, maybe China, we don't know. And we're also at the brink of just a completely ungodly time in our lives where the U.S. is on the brink of like financial collapse as well as moral collapse. So this answer from Donald Trump gave me a little bit of hope, and it put a little bit of, I guess, good feelings in my heart towards his current campaign, because there hasn't been many. So let's watch this video from RSN. Ali Alexander reposted it. So let's watch this, guys.
Harry, the president of the America First Club here in Florida.
Right, that's right. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Nick Fuentes really did start America First. He had that America First podcast like 6 years ago. Okay? People have, co-opted that name, America First, and you're saying you're America First? Bitch! I'm sorry. Oh my god, please? Okay, you're saying you're America First, and you're asking a question about anti-Semitism? I need you to go sit down over there in the corner. I need you to give up your title, whatever it is, within your organization. And, think about what you've done. And then let's let somebody else who has a question about America and not anti-Semitism, okay? Because that's not the biggest problem in America. That's not the second biggest problem. That's not the 10th biggest problem. That is not the 100th biggest problem in America. So please, ma'am, go sit back down, and maybe once you've thought about it for a little while, you can come back up to the mic with a question about this country and our issues. So let's hear her out, though. I'm sorry. I'm getting very heated.
Question to you is, since you've left office, there has been an alarming rise of anti-Semitism all across America. When you come back to office, how will you address this?
Well,
Thank you, ma'am.
We'll get it stopped. As you know, they're after the radical right now. And
Shouts out.
It's very unfair. They don't do anything with Antifa. And if you look at Antifa and Antifa to the Jewish population, not good. And BLM, not good. But they're after radical right people. And in many cases, these are people that love our country like nobody loves our country. And we'll handle that situation. You know, we did something that I think was greatly helpful to Israel, many things. But one of the things was the Abraham Accords.
Harry, the
Thank you, President Trump. I did love that clip as well. Like, he was trying to be diplomatic with his answer. But, let's steer the conversation back to where it needs to go. Okay? Why am I still... Y'all, I'm still banned on Twitter. I just want to hit follow real bad. Look, watch this. Your account is suspended. Still banned. Okay? Fuck you, Elon Musk. I will say that. That's my last curse. Literally, y'all. Stop listening if I curse another time. Okay. I like the way he was trying to be diplomatic, but at the same time, we need to steer the conversation away from anti-Semitism, okay? It's really not that serious. It's not that deep until we have somebody actually rising to power off of the you know, the back of like spewing like hatred towards Jews. It's just not an issue right now, okay? Let's move that to the back burner. A lot of things need to be moved to the back burner. Okay, so I just want to say that I enjoyed that comment that he gave, and L.A. Alexander reposted. He said, "Masterful, thank you, President Trump." So he agrees. So now, guys, I want to play you, before we get into the article, about the Biden promises to Ukraine at the meeting that he had with Zelensky. I want to get into this very amazing speech that Jimmy Dore gave at the Rages Against War Machine at DC Peace Rally. Okay, if you guys don't follow Jimmy Dore, definitely go and do that. He is a leftist, so I'm just telling you ahead of time, whatever side of the aisle you're on, doesn't really matter. He gives great content. You can agree with him on certain topics. You can disagree with him. I disagree with him on a lot, actually. But our message when it comes to war and when it comes to government corruption is like, we are seeing eye to eye. So I'm going to play this for you guys. I'm gonna try not to play too much, because the whole thing, like, if you guys can see down here, I have some timestamps. I literally timestamped like 6 different parts in this like 16-minute speech, because it was that good. So I will be posting all of the links in the description below, but let's get into a few of these little talking points that he gave, because this speech was great. It is about anti-war in the, military industrial complex, all that stuff. So let's let him speak.
We send them what we call foreign aid. Foreign aid, that's money to another country. We drop care packages on their heads from the sky, but it's not full of food. And the only money we have left over, we're going to spend shooting down hobby balloons. Can you imagine if the Independence Day was just about balloons? I mean, the movie. Right? The aliens are invading, and man, they are taking their time. At least Macy's figured out how to make a balloon look like somebody. They could attack us with Superman or something. Would Mickey Mouse's adorable ears eavesdropping on our cell phone conversations be so much worse than the NSA? I don't think so. Do you know we could end this war today through diplomacy, but our politicians want to enrich weapons manufacturers so they keep donating to them to the tune of...
That sign in the background, by the way, says Senile POTUS, okay? Great sign. Love it. A+.
Of $100 billion. Chris Hedges has called America a mafia state. Systems of are war criminals.
And look at the guy.
Barack Obama won a Peace Prize and he immediately...
Excuse me. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna back it up a little, because I like what you said there. All right, look at the Russia flag, like the Chinese flag and the Russia flag. You guys, y'all get the fuck out of here, okay? That's funny. That's Keck and another venue. Like, it's an LOL moment maybe on Twitter, but at this like very serious rally where we're trying to dismantle the oligarchic or elite state and come together as American people, not the best time. Please move to stage left, okay? And get the fuck out of here, because you're ruining the optics. We don't like an optics ruiner.
America is so corrupt, even our Peace Prize winners are war criminals. Barack Obama won a Peace Prize and he immediately ramped up the war in Afghanistan, starting bombing in Libya, put a hit on Osama bin Laden, dropped 26,000 bombs in Syria. And that's the thing about those Peace Prizes. Nobody ever tries to win a second one. I have a list of things we could have bought with that $100 billion instead of sending it to Ukraine for killing people. Instead of sending money to Ukraine, we could get President Biden a dog that knows where to lead him when a press conference is over.
Oh no! The funny thing is that he's got dogs, but Biden is so useless that he's just like, he's beyond the help of anybody, honestly, besides, God. It's just funny, y'all. I love the senile POTUS sign in the background. It's so funny. And Jimmy Dore, he is a leftist. So I don't know what your political viewpoint is on this channel here. If you guys follow me and subscribe to the channel, y'all probably already know mine. But I don't know. It's funny. And I've talked about this before on my channel. No matter how conservative I may, figure myself to be, there are very, very, many times that I find myself agreeing with leftists on certain matters. Like him and I probably would not see eye to eye when it comes to things like traditional marriage or like transgenderism or, even like Medicare, things like that. But when it comes to like the nation and corruption and, war, things like that, leftists and conservatives agree so much more than you could really ever even imagine if you only listen to the mainstream media. And he talks about this in his speech where it's like they want us to be fighting. They want us to be fighting. But when we come together, that is when we defeat them. And it's so important, honestly, to know that.
We sent enough money to Ukraine to buy everybody a tank of gas.
Wow.
For $100 billion, we could break the Bank of England 3 times. We could buy every man, woman, and child in America an opportunity to pick something really nice from the Goop catalog.
What?
I know I didn't get that joke either.
I got it, she said.
For $100 billion, we could have the entire cast of Shark Tank dropped into an actual Shark Tank.
Oh my God.
Take somebody to a lamppost with their pants pulled down. We could cure cancer, but Big Pharma wouldn't be happy with that because they prefer sick people instead of healthy ones.
Oh, that was the bomb right there. Y'all heard what he said? Big Pharma prefers sick people rather than healed people? Oh, okay.
With the money we sent to Ukraine, we can hire an entirely separate new police force to protect us from the current police force.
I mean, whatever.
We could have funded everyone having free college instead of buying a Mount Kilimanjaro's worth of blow for Zelensky.
I paused right there because I don't agree with the, sending everyone to college for free, but I also like the, weed cloud of smoke or whatever. It had to have been weed. Only weed looks like that. This is such a funny crowd. Oh my God. But yes, all we're doing, sending all this aid to Ukraine, is funding Zelensky's blow habit, okay? Allegedly. I'm just saying allegedly, okay?
Nuclear war, but not with those people.
Oh, wait. Hold up.
They didn't like on this anti-war rally because more powerful than those bombs we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And I know there's some people who wouldn't show up to this peace rally, this anti-war rally, because of some of the speakers they didn't like on this stage. And I get what they're saying. They're saying, hey, I want to help stop a nuclear war, but not with those.
It's on that sign. This sign right here. Kudos to you, my guy. Biden is the Nord Stream bomber. Oh my God.
People.
Okay.
I get it. I'm the same way.
Let me rewind it.
And I know there's some people who wouldn't show up to this peace rally, this anti-war rally, because of some of the speakers they didn't like on this stage. And I get what they're saying. They're saying, hey, I want to help stop a nuclear war, but not with those people. I get it. I'm the same way. My house caught on fire a couple of months ago, and when the firemen showed up, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's your views on Social Security and Medicare? I mean, I get this is a scary situation. My house is on fire. But first, I need to get your stance on LGBTQ and gender-affirming surgery. I know my house is burning down, but are you vaxxed? I need to see proof of at least one booster. I I need to know what your position is on gender-affirming surgery. What age should it start, and what's your cutoff? And they're standing there looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. I guess you don't get to put out my fire then, and my house is gonna burn.
Somebody said, well, you are.
Burn down. I hope you're happy. So when people give me a litmus test and they ask me what kind of lefty am I always say I'm a Sandy Koufax lefty. Okay. When it comes down to survival, which this is, there is no gift basket with a card thanking you for your participation. You don't get everything you attended to like in a hotel, but maybe you do.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to post the rest of this in the description. Please go check it out, y'all. The whole speech was amazing. I loved it. There are some parts where I was like, boo. You know, he's talking about, like, universal health care and, like, universal, like, income, like, basic income and, like, education and all that. We don't like that. We don't like to see that. At least me. Like, again, I say we. I'm speaking for me. But so much of it was so good, and I just agree so much with it. You know, we do have to come together. I don't care what your political beliefs are. If you're loving this country and you're about this life, this free American life, I want to stand with you. Listen, brother. We stand together as American people. So Biden is on the side of Ukraine, though, okay? So he has promised new military aid for Kiev during historic, quotes, visit. Okay, this is from Reuters.com. Let's play a few seconds of this because I don't think I can handle much. Okay, here we go.
Sirens blaring in Ukraine's capital on Monday.
And that was proved to be bullshit by a CNN reporter who said he had not heard any sirens blaring the entire time while he was there. It was only during this publicity stunt that Biden went there and stood next to this midget, Zelensky, that they blared those war sirens, okay?
The same time that U.S. President Joe Biden landed there for a surprise visit, just days before the one-year anniversary of Russia's invasion.
We need to go.
Biden was in St. Michael's Cathedral with President
Why? I'm sorry, why?
Volodymyr Zelensky. As it happened, there were no reports of Russian missile or airstrikes in Kiev, but it underlines the grinding nature.
Nope, I'm not going to listen to that anymore. There was no threats of air missiles from Russia during Biden's visit. It's all bullshit, honestly. So let's read a little bit of this. President Joe Biden, I put that in air quotes, promised new military aid for Ukraine worth $500 million during a surprise visit to Kiev on Monday, almost a year to the day since Russia's invasion. In a trip showing solidarity with Kiev, Biden also said additional sanctions would be announced this week against the Russian elite and companies trying to evade sanctions to back the Russian war machine. The military aid package will include artillery ammunition, anti-armor systems, and air surveillance radars to help protect the Ukrainian people from aerial bombardments. Freedom is priceless, he said. It is worth fighting for as long as it takes. And that's how long we're going to be with you, Mr. President, as long as it takes. Biden told President Volodymyr Zelensky after talks. So yeah, guys, instead of being concerned with what you're going through in Ohio, with what you're going through across this nation, can you buy eggs? Can you afford gas? Can you afford the cost of living? Biden doesn't give a fuck. Hand over more of your tax money so he can send it to Ukraine. That's the message of today, okay? So I want to leave you with a couple things here. First is this. Let's get into this fall. I did make a short on this, but I want to make sure we get the whole, thing of it all. So Biden, as he was leaving Poland, okay? This was him, okay? Let's get into this. Okay, regular old man sauntering, here we go, and then boom, he's down, just like an old fucking idiot that he is. Yeah, guys, he fell again. Biden fell again, okay? Biden falls. It should be the, it should be the the main topic of conversation, but nobody wants to report on it. And it's not the first time he's fallen, okay? Who could remember, who could forget this? When he fell not once, not twice, but 3 times. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Look at him. He like pretends to dust something. So stupid. Oh my God, he's such an embarrassment. Look at him, look at him, look at him. So if y'all were wondering what the thumbnail was about, it was about that. Before we go, I want to get into one last little spill Biden took, okay? Who can forget this? Okay. Here we go. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Look at him. On the ground. On the ground. That wasn't even the best angle. They're biased for not including the best angle. The Associated Press, yeah, I see you. I see you for not including the best angle. So, guys, what do y'all think of it all? Please let me know in the comments down below. Please like this video if you like it and hit subscribe. I want to go out with one last thing, okay? I want to end it on this note, but before I do, I just want to say, please hit that subscribe button, guys, because I'm going to end the video right after we get into this part. And it's important that you hit subscribe if you liked what you heard, or just comment, whatever it is you can do. I love you guys so, so much, and I appreciate it. And until next time, I will see y'all later, but let's go out with this right here.
That enemy is the military-industrial complex and the oligarchy. The same oligarchy that did a controlled demolition of our economy, and then they want me to hate my neighbor for the pain I'm feeling because of that, because they wouldn't take a vaccine that didn't work the way they said it did in the first fucking place. Well, I'm not going to hate my neighbor. I'm going to love my neighbor. Because my neighbor is suffering under the same oligarchy that I'm suffering under, and he didn't cause it. The oligarchy did, and they don't want us to join together. And I have one message for the right and the left. If everybody on the right could just realize that not everybody on the left likes Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. We just want to end the wars and have health care that doesn't bankrupt us. That would go a long way. And if everybody on the left could just realize that not everybody on the right is a white supremacist Trumper gun nut, they're just fucking gun nuts. I love you, love each other, come together. I'll see you at the next anti-war rally. Stay together.
I love it, guys. I love it so much. Until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.